and welcome to enemymilitary.com. Today we're going to be looking at the variations of sun helmets and pith helmets worn by the North Vietnamese Army from the period of the mid-1950s up until the U.S. withdrawal in 1973. We've done various videos showing different variations and different conditions of the helmets, but we wanted to do one video that brings the entire evolution of the North Vietnamese headgear in one video. So let's start over here. You see a few helmets in front of you. The helmets here on the right hand side are helmets made out of pith or cork. These were called pith helmets by the GIs and Marines that encountered them. Helmets on the left are helmets made out of cardboard. Those were called sun helmets. So we're going to distinguish the two types of helmets based on the material that was used to make the body of the helmet itself. On the right, pith helmets; on the left, sun helmets. You notice the color in these helmets seems to be mostly a khaki color, some green hue in it, until we get to the green sun helmet down here at the bottom, which is the one that was used most often during the time of the U.S. involvement in Vietnam. So let's take a look at the first helmet. You're going to notice similarities between all of these. The first helmet is a pith helmet again. This is a colonial style helmet with a wide brim, sort of flat. It's got a leather chin strap with aluminum hardware, a couple of vents on the exterior as you can see here, and then various bands of cloth wrapped all the way around in the colonial style. It has 4 panels on the top, a dome, which is a vent, and you can see this one has a little bit of crushing because it's actually made of cork. We flip it over, you can see here that it has a plasticized sweatband. The sweatband is backed by interwoven bamboo and has various spacers all the way around. It has a grommeted washer here that holds the vent to the top, and it's completely lined on the interior with cotton, all done by hand. Fairly expensive helmet to manufacture if you're making them in quantity. But this is what the Viet Minh used in 1953-54. You'll see a lot of pictures of them wearing this style of helmet. And this style of helmet was retained until the late 1950s and the early 1960s as an issue helmet in the North Vietnamese Army. The next helmet, again, is a pith helmet made of cork. You can see how thick it is. Again, this one has stamped aluminum hardware, a grommet here in the front. Some of them didn't have grommets. The grommet was used to secure the sun helmet badge on the front. Those that had no grommet, you can use a pinback sun helmet insignia on the helmet itself. Same sort of design as the other ones, 2 grommets for vents and then a dome on the top. This one, however, is easier to manufacture because it has one simple band that goes all the way around to the back. And here you'll see the square patch on the back. This was standardized for the remainder of the time the North Vietnamese were getting their helmets from China. This helmet is lined on the interior. It has a similar sweatband that's backed by interwoven bamboo. Again, washers. This one has a leather chin strap, although they did come in plastic chin straps. And again, a stamped out washer that holds the dome in place. So those are the 2 pith helmets. The next helmet we're going to look at is a sun helmet. Sun helmet was made in a mold using cardboard impregnated with resin. Has the same style of chin strap, stamped aluminum hardware, a grommet in the front, and this sort of remains standard through the manufacturing history of this style of helmet. Again, like the other 2 we looked at, 100% cotton khaki cover. This one has, again, the patch in the back, dome on the top, 4 vents, fairly straightforward. When we turn it over, this style helmet, it's got a lining on the inside just like the other 2 we looked at, interwoven bamboo sweatband with plastic lining. And you notice that all the different colors of the sweatbands exist. This one is marked with a number 4, leather chin strap. Fairly standard looking helmet. The next helmet we're going to look at is just a manufacturing variant of the other. So we're calling this helmet and this helmet are the first model NVA or first generation North Vietnamese sun helmet. Again, everything is the same as on the other helmet. This one has seen more use, but when we turn this one over, this one omits the cotton lining on the inside here and here. Everything else is the same. Bamboo backed sun helmet sweatband, the grommets. This one is missing a few, of course, and this one has a plastic chin strap. So that is the first generation North Vietnamese sun helmet. This next helmet is kind of a unique one. It's the second generation sun helmet. Everything else is the same. All the grommets, the design, the mold's probably the same. This one you can see some discoloration on the exterior, a little bit darker color. That's the glue that's actually gluing the sweatband, the exterior band on the helmet to the body of the helmet. When we turn this one over, we can see it's fully lined in cotton, but this one now has a plasticized chin strap without the bamboo material. It's got white cotton backing on that plastic material and sort of a purplish brown string that holds the suspension here and tightens up the sweatband. And this one has an M-shaped washer. It's connected here, there, and there to the body of the helmet with rivets. This one is sort of a gray primed piece of cardboard. Similar style washer holding the vent in place. The last helmet we're going to look at is probably the most common of the North Vietnamese sun helmets used during the war. This one has got a reed green color on the outside. This one has the original brass badge on the front with a lot of the enamel that's just sort of chipped away over time. As we turn it, you're going to notice that it has purple material coming from the top and bottom of the sweatband. Again, that's the glue that holds the sweatband, correction, not the sweatband, but the exterior band in place. This particular helmet has a date of 13 February 1968. That would have been the date that the soldier left the north to go to the south. It was sort of a way to mark time for him. It's a memorial date for him. His name is here. Again, the square patch on the back. This one's got a couple little pieces of shrapnel in it still. Turn this one over. This one is missing the chin strap. It would have been a leather chin strap. Again, you'll see the plasticized sweatband, the same sort of stamped washer, the purple brown string here and there that holds the suspension in place. And then the M-shaped washer, you can see it a little bit better, so it sort of forms the shape of an M. These were cardboard that were primed with a pink primer for the most part, and when that green paint was applied to the outside, you'll often find that it chips off, and you can see the green primer here and there. You're not always going to find the green primer on a helmet that has not seen a lot of use. It'll still retain the green paint, but that's always a good sign. You'll see that this sweatband is starting to curl. Some of them curl up like this on the sweatband and the head suspension. Some of them don't. We're not sure why. Green painted material on the inside. This green color is fairly consistent throughout all the wartime helmets that we've seen. We'll be doing a video on post-war helmets at some point in the future and distinguishing between wartime and post-war. So we hope you enjoyed the video. We hope you learned something from it. There's the evolution of the North Vietnamese sun helmets. Thanks for watching.